So let's say that you want to install an application from the web, which is not available in Microsoft Windows Store. So if you want to do that, you can simply open up the Edge browser or any other browser for that matter and search the web for the application you want to install. In my case, I want to search for Media Player Classic. So let us go on with Media Player Classic. So I did an error right here. I actually misspelled media, but the search engine actually corrected it, and you can see that Media Player Classic is here. So you can see that this is one of the download site. So I can simply click over here, and then it'll open up the web page download.cnet.com, where I can actually get the Media Player Classic. So you can see that this is the media player that I want to download. So simply click over here. So this is free of cost. So depending on whether it is a free application or a paid application, you might need to enter your credit card information as well. In my case, this is a free application itself. So I'm just going to click on Media Player Classic. Once I go over here, you can see an option to download the Media Player Classic. So let me just click on download now. And once I do that, it'll be downloaded. So you can see that it says your download will begin in a moment. And if it doesn't, restart the download. So if it doesn't download while we're waiting, we have to click on this link. So it has started downloading, as you can see right here. The Media Player Classic is here. So you can see that this is an exe file. So whenever you're downloading from a web, be aware that you have to be very careful. Do not download softwares which are not completely sure of. Otherwise, it might really infect your computer. So now over here, once it is downloaded, you can go to open file, or if you don't see the download right here, you can go over here onto the options, and then you can go to downloads, and it'll be available over here. And you can also see it in the folder itself. So you can directly click, or in my case, I'm just going to open up the folder right over here, just like this. So now after that, I'm just going to double click on Media Player Classic, and it'll open out a dialog box. It is asking me if I want to really allow this app to make changes to the device. I'm just going to say yes, and I can close this window now. So I'm going to select my language right over here, and depending on the software, the installation process might be different. Just follow along. Usually the steps are there very clearly. So it is telling me to select the language for installation. I'm going to choose English, not British, but American English. I'm going to press OK. Once I do that, you have to read the terms and conditions. So if there's anything that is not there in terms and conditions, maybe, then you may not want to install the application. In my case, I'm pretty fine. I've already went through it. So I accept the agreement, and I'm going to press next. If you don't press accept, then you cannot press next. You cannot install the application. You simply have to cancel it. In my case, I'll accept it, and I'm going to press next. Once you do that, it'll ask me where I want to install the file to. Usually the default location is program files, x86 if it is a 32-bit application, and x64 if it is a 64-bit application. But we are going to look at that and learn about it in future lessons. Right now, I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to press yes. So over here, it asks me which features I want to install, like translations icon library. I'm just going to leave it as default, or you can go over here and do a custom installation and choose the ones you like. I'm just going to leave it in default, and I'm going to press next. Once you do that, it tells me what to name it as in the start menu. I'm going to leave it as it is, MPC at C, that's fine. And I can also not have an option to not create a start menu folder. It won't show up in start menu, which is usually what I don't want. So I'm just going to leave it unchecked, and I'm going to press next. And I can install it for current users only, or for all users. So I can install it just for me or for all users. I'm just going to say all user because I want all of the computer users to access this, and I'm going to press next. Once I do that, it gives me all of the details. So you might want to double check all the information, the destination folder, the installation type, and all the details are given over here. And once you're fine, simply press install, and it is copying the files over here onto the computer. So now you can see the logs. In my case, I do want to launch it, but I'm just going to uncheck it out so that I can launch it from the start menu. So I'm going to press finish, and the file has been installed onto my computer, and you can see that it is on my desktop. I'm just going to delete it off my desktop right over here. So let me just access the software from the start menu. So I can go over here onto the start menu, and you'll be able to see the recently added application right over here. That's MPC at C. So let me just click on this, and the Media Player Classic is open. So do you want to check periodically for MPC at C updates? I'm going to say yes. And this is the Media Player Classic, and I can play any video files over here. So this is inspired off of the old media player that Microsoft Windows has, and has a much cleaner interface. So you can go over here and drag the Media Player Classic on to the pin start menu as well, and then you can resize it to small or medium, just like this, and you can directly start Media Player Classic off of here. You can also keep Media Player Classic right over here, so you can just click and drag it on to my taskbar right over here. In my case, I'm just going to unpin it, just going to remove it. And that is how you install an application from web. So hope you guys learned something as always, and as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.